Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 31 of Season 5 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Ooh, there's a creeper back there. I am getting ready to build a second mob trap. Yup, time to get some of those wither skeletons that we were hunting so heavily in the nether. Got a lot of them killed, up to 515 in the soul shard. So that's going to be a good amount for us. 4 is what's required, tier level 4, in order for mobs to, be able to not be in the same dimension that they're native to. So for example, if you want wither skeletons to spawn in the overworld, this is how you do it. You just got to get up to tier 4 of your soul shard and you should be in good shape. So that's what I'm going to build right now. I'm clearing out a little bit of terrain just to make sure I have enough room for my builder to build a nice fancy 9x9 because that's a decent size for this mob trap. Now the difference between a tier 4 and a tier 5 shard is the following. Tier 4 shards do not ignore light levels. Tier 5 do. So it can be as bright as you want if you have a tier 5 shard, but if you have a tier 4, it has to be dark in order for mobs to spawn. But the cool thing about tier 5 is you get to apply a redstone signal, as we saw in previous episodes. So, with a redstone signal applied here, we are able to turn off the mob spawner. Neat. But not so much with the tier 4. Can't do that. Don't worry, I have a plan. These two things work together to my benefit. So let's put our... we'll just put our shards in there for now. I'm going to get out my filler and my landmarks. And we're going to clear out a little bit of terrain. Come on. There we go. What's up, creeper? Also got myself a new sword because the one I had wore off. This one has sharpness 3 on it. Not bad. Could have probably appreciated something a little nicer, but, such is the way of the enchanting. Now, a couple people have mentioned that if I build my mob traps a little taller, then, the benefit here is that with mob spawners, when the mobs spawn, if there's too many nearby, it's not going to spawn again. So if I build it taller, a lot of people in the comments said this, that, it'll just spawn that much faster. The mobs will be able to spawn because they will fall and not be so nearby. So with the wither skeletons, alright, let's give this one a shot. I mean, it can't hurt too much, right? Just give this a little bit of height. The nice thing about this is that, they'll also take some damage when they fall. Well, I don't know if they will or not. Alright, so let's get this thing built nice and quick. I'm going to throw down my filler, give it a bunch of resources to build with. Hopefully that's enough. If not, I can get a few more. You can also see I've got a few other items in here ready to work together for this little setup. So we're good. Alright, all I need now is some bricks. To lay out the design, we're going to give it the pattern such that it builds walls. And redstone energy cell. Go. Hooray! Not too shabby. Alright, how'd we do? Not bad. Just enough bricks, too. Awesome. Alright, we'll be back in a moment when we're ready to put all this stuff together. Alright guys, you guys have seen me make lamps from red power before, and that's what we're about to do. I want to get about a little bit more redstone and glowstone. I want to get about 9 of these guys, and what this is going to do is it's going to allow me to have an on-off switch for my mob spawner in the form of red power 2 lighting. So basically, what I can do is set up some lights right above the mob spawner, and when I flip the lever, it's going to turn on the lights, thereby making it too bright for the mob spawners to activate. Sound like a plan? I thought so. So let's get this set up. All I need are some lights. There's 6, 7, 8. I need a little bit more than that. I wanted to go with 9, so just get ourselves a little bit more of this stuff. I'm actually making 10 overall, and I'll probably just save 2 of them for another time. Okay, cool. So let's go set this up. Just gotta put some junk away. That'll do for now. So over here, what I'm gonna set up is the following. Way up on top of this roof, right in the center, probably, let's see, the center should be here-ish, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So then all around that, I'm going to set up these lights. Now these are not the inverted lamps, as you saw. I used redstone, so they're the normal lamps, so they're not on until they receive a redstone signal. Cool. Then I'm going to need a little bit of redstone. And of course, by redstone, you know I mean red alloy wire, because I love that stuff. It's the best. Gonna sleep through the night real quick, and away we go. So, to get up here, we're just gonna run some wiring, and this is, like I said, gonna act as our on-off switch. These lights, of course, respond to a redstone signal, so just running the wiring like this will allow me to have some kind of control over the lighting. So from here, it's just a matter of figuring out where I want this wiring to run. Like, if I wanted to, I could really hide it, but I don't think it's really that necessary. Is that where I want the lever to be? Yeah, that could work. I'm hearing spiders. They're probably inside there. Cool. So see, nice and lit up. Turn it off, it's nice and dark. Nice. That works. Not too much damage. Cool. Alright, fix this up, and let's see how dark it really is in here. Ah, perfect. Look at that. A little bit of a light source coming in from somewhere. Where is this from? Oh well, that shouldn't matter. It should be dark enough right up there in order for the mob spawner to work. So all we gotta do is set this thing up right up here. Right in the center is what I'm thinking. And of course I missed. We can get that, don't worry. Ha. Okay. Try that again. There we go. Salt cage goes right there, and then we can put the weather skeleton skulls right there. Now, next, when I'm trying to decide how I want this to work, what I'm thinking is the following. Because what I could do is put turtles all along the wall here and here, and they should have a range of about 2 blocks. So along here is where they would not be able to hit, right? I'm pretty sure that's accurate. And to test this, I've brought along some turtles that I haven't yet upgraded to the, awesome sword turtles yet. But I guess I could do one and just test this, because I want to see what kind of range these guys have. So if I put down this turtle here, turn him around, okay, so can he hit me from here? No, he can't. But if I get a little bit closer, yeah, he can. Okay, so there is a little bit of a safe zone if I build this way. And wow, that turtle really hurts. Let's turn him off. Alright, so the question is, do I want 2 rows of turtle, which is going to be twice as much, or do I want to have a water system set up here that, pushes them down? So I could have just water right here, and then the water pushes them towards the turtles, and there's just 1 row of them. I think that's probably the best option. Yeah, it'll save me about 14 diamonds to do it that way, so might as well. Alright, I've got some buckets with me, so that's how we're going to do it. So out we go. Now the thing is, we do need to keep this closed in. So unlike this system where we can have glass and seeing everything, we need to keep this room completely enclosed, simply because we can't have enough light filtering in there that the mobs won't spawn. I mean, we can try it, but we'll have to see what happens. What am I, like, full on inventory here? Alright, let's get rid of that and clean up my inventory a bit. Alright, so what I'm proposing is similar water system that I have set up on the other side. Just got to put this here, and then just start double filling up these buckets. Alright, so the lights are on up there still, so that's good. Haven't even put the soul shard in yet, but we'll get to that soon. Okay, now we just need 6 more of these turtles. All right, next up I'm going to get a few filters. Now there's actually like more than one way I could have pulled this off. There's probably a bunch of different ways you could do what I'm about to do, but I'm choosing filters for what I think is a pretty good reason. I guess we'll have to find out if I'm right or not. Going to grab some filters. Going to also need, while I'm here, some of this redstone. Probably going to need, let's see, some of this stuff would probably be pretty handy. All right, that should do. Hope that's all I need for this build. Alright, so I'm going to set up a way to pull items out of the turtles, because here's the deal. If we take a look at these turtles here, you'll see there's a bunch of blaze rods inside them, and I don't have this set up for my blaze farm, and I probably should have something along these lines, but the turtles are easily accessible and I can get to them and do whatever I need. But the turtles in the Wither farm are not going to be so easy. Basically what happens is when a turtle kills an entity, it automatically picks up his drops for you and hangs on to them. So we don't want the turtle hanging onto the drops for us, so we're going to set it up so that the filters pull out the drops from the turtle. So let's go ahead and get ourselves the following. Now what I could have done, I definitely want you guys to know that I realized that this was a possibility. Basically I could have set this up such that there's a relay underneath the turtle, and the turtle could drop the item into the relay. That's most definitely a possibility, but I'm not doing it that way for a pretty good reason, actually. Right now, relays are causing a little bit of frame rate lag. It's actually, I've got too many relays in the world as it is. I didn't realize it until just recently. There's something weird going on with relays that are causing a little bit of frame rate lag, and when you have a lot of them in a world, it can easily add up. So I'm trying to avoid using relays at the moment. So I'm going to do this using, filters. So all I'm going to do is point the filters at the turtles. There we go. And we're going to use a new type of material. Well, it's not that new, but it's new to probably most of the people that are watching this right now. It's called redstone tubes. They're just like pneumatic tubes, but they have a little bit of redstone attached to them, and they can receive and activate a redstone signal. So what we can do is we can put these redstone tubes underneath all the filters here, and then we can hook that up to a timer of some sort and set it up so that the redstone tubes automatically pulse every one of these filters all at once. It's a really handy tool. Easily done, too. All I got to do is figure this out. Let's see, where do I want to run this stuff to? Probably going to want to sneak this outside here. I just want to make sure not to, let any light into that room. And also make it look kind of nice. So we might want a little bit more redstone pneumatic tubing here. Well, we'll go with that much more. Okay. Probably want this just to come out here, and yeah, we'll break this for now. That's fine. We can always use covers or something to fancy it up. Alright, and then right up here is where we'll connect it to some barrels or something. Maybe I'll move this over a little bit. Yeah, this redstone pneumatic tubing is awesome stuff. I kind of want the timer outside too, so I can flip it on and off as needed, but we'll see about that going forward. Alright, that should work. Now to get this guy connected, you can't just put a timer right next to the redstone pneumatic tubing. That's not going to work. The timer won't connect to it. What you're going to need to do is use some jacketed wiring. Any kind of jacketed wiring will do, and you'll note that that connects to the pneumatic tubing. Items will not flow into that, of course, because it can't accept items, but it'll do what it needs to do. Now to get this running is pretty easy. Just got to connect the timer up here and check it out. The whole of tubing is pulsing. Nice. So that's actually activating all your filters for you. You can see them all activating at once, which is really cool. And just so I can have an on-off switch for this, probably going to want to put this... Oh, you know what? I have a really good idea, actually. Call me crazy on this one, but check this out. Let's see... Come here, you. There we go. So whenever the lever is on, it stops the pulsing of the timer and the redstone signal. So that's going to be pretty nice for us because it means that we don't have to have extra timers pulsing. Remember, timers pulsing can cause a little bit of frame rate lag as well. So whenever possible, you should have an on-off switch on those things, just so they don't cause any frame rate lag for you. So especially if your computers are starting to lag a little bit already, nice to have. So when the lever is off, the lights are off and the redstones will pulse, and when the lever is on, the lights are on, no withers will spawn, and the timer will not pulse. So I think that's pretty solid. All right, let's get a few barrels to store some stuff in. All right, got a couple barrels here. Not exactly sure how many items these things can drop, so I'm going to put about 4 here. I know they can drop like coal, they can drop wither skeleton skulls. Let's just put down 3 for now. That's not how I want to do it. Remember, you want to shift click in order to get stuff to, not interact with the interface here. So let's see. There we go. Cool. So that should work pretty well. So do we have everything we need here? I want to say yeah. The last step is to program the turtles. So that I'm going to do off camera, but basically the same code that I put in the test program here. This guy? Yeah. Let's just rename test to startup and reboot. And then what he should do is, oh boy, yeah, start attacking right away. Nice. Good to know that he hurts me from above. Cool. So let's get all these guys going. Alright, there's only one last thing to do here. I've got another brain in a jar, as you've seen in my inventory for a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and place that right here. Now, this is letting light into the room, so I'm not sure if the light from down here that's being let in is going to interfere with the mob spawning, but we're going to find out. I'm going to test this. I actually want to see if I can have access to my turtles or not. So I'm going to open up the flooring down here, just kind of let the turtle access happen. And if this prevents mobs from spawning, I'm going to have to close it up or something, but we'll figure that out if we need to. For now, let's turn off the lever. All I got to do now, just for the actual moment, put the wither skeleton shard right in here. Alright, so let's get that placed in. Once I can get a good jump, thanks to all this water flowing around. There we go. Cool. Alright. Getting out of here and activating my turtles from outside. Made it the startup program, so all you have to do is reboot. Of course, whenever you enter the world, it's gonna start up all these computers, and they will run on startup the command to constantly attack. Cool. So from this side, we should be pretty safe. Here goes. Wither Skeleton Farm, version 1.0. Engage. Too bright up there, or what? Might be. Let's listen. Oh yeah, hear that? As soon as I close up that hole. Alright, gonna sleep through this night, because I don't want any bad things to happen while I'm out here. That would not be cool. We're gonna let that, occur for a few seconds and hopefully come back in order to find some cool stuff happening. So let's go back. Hey, we're already getting bones. That's a good sign. And I'm hearing things happen in there. Yep, so you can see the wither skeletons are being pushed towards the turtles by the water, just as expected. And they're falling in. Oh, you know what? Derp. Alright, that was a close one. Left torches in there, didn't I? Nice. I am a noob sometimes. Alright, testing again without torches in the room and the walls open. The lever is off, which means... Oh. Are they spawning? Nice. I can access the turtles? Excellent. Look at that. Super awesome. Now the filters should also suck up from a nearby radius, so even if, items fall on the ground, it should work out that the filters will suck them up when it gets pushed towards them. Like, for example, I'm actually going to test this real quick. Alright. There we go. I want to see if that gets sucked up. Maybe not. Alright. But the turtles should get everything. We'll just have to keep an eye on it and see if we have any luck. Alright, so we're getting swords. That's cool. I did not expect them to show up in the barrels, but we're going to need some more barrels here, aren't we? There we go. Alright, I'm going to let this run for just a little bit. Oh boy, swords are going to be a problem, aren't they? Okay, not sure if this is going to work or not, but we're about to test. And ooh, I already got a wither skeleton's head. Nice. That's awesome. Alright, if I put a filter here, rotate this guy, I want to put a sword in there. I'm not sure if this is going to work because the swords have different damage values on them, but we're going to find out. Alright, so a good test will be to access one of these turtles and place a sword in it with a different damage value than the one that's in here, and we're going to see where it goes next time there's a pulse. So it went somewhere. Where did it go? Moment of truth. Did it go in there? Nice, it did. Awesome. Alright, it got there before I did. Excellent. So that chest will collect all the swords. I might wind up just voiding those swords, which I can do pretty easily. Let's do that. Alright, so this is a pretty easy system to set up. I'm going to get myself some obsidian and some glass, and we're going to get some obsidian transport pipes, alright? These guys are cool. The way they work is any items that land on them or just fall near them get sucked up into the pipe and enter the piping network, as if they were pumped out of a chest or something. So instead of storing this thing in a chest, what I'm probably going to want to do is the following. Set this guy up here. Well, I don't know if that's going to work. I think there needs to be a gap. Well, let's see what happens. Pretty sure we'll need a gap here, but we're going to try it and see what happens. So, putting a stone sword in here should flow upwards and do something. Yeah, see, it just fell on the ground. That's not good. And I think because that wiring is in the way, I might have to move that a little bit. Let's see where it lands if it just shoots out. Because the filter will throw it out onto the ground. It went somewhere. That's not too bad. Alright, let's see if I can get it like on this side. If not, I'll just have to move this setup. Which won't be the end of the world. Just trying to void all my, swords. Because they're worthless and annoying. Oh, did that work? It might have. Let's watch again. Yeah, that's working. Alright, that'll do. And that, I think, is a successful build, because we already have 2 wither skeleton skulls. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot, but, I mean, we're almost to the point where we can make a wither, which I'm quite happy about. So, you also want to make sure to clean up your experience. The one downside to this build is that there's going to be a lot of experience falling on the ground. And this little, jar here can't absorb that much experience. It can only absorb about a full level's worth. So you're going to start to get a lot of lag if you leave this on all the time without collecting the experience from it. So I would really like to figure out a solution to that. Alright guys, so doing pretty well here. Already got about 8 of these wither skeleton skulls. Also snagged a couple of them already to use. I want to spawn a wither, and I've actually been testing a couple different ways to make this a bit more safe. As you guys know, when I spawn the wither, he's going to fly all over the place. He's going to be really hard for me to catch up with. I do have some enchanted bows and stuff, so like I have a bow with power 1. It's not that fancy. I could obviously get a better one. I've also got my mining laser to help out, but he's going to be all over the place, and frankly, I don't want to have big explosions all over my world, even like, not too close to my base. So I'm thinking I want to build an area that's going to be a little bit more safe to fight him in. If you guys watched my multiplayer series, you saw me build a Wither battle arena using MFFS. So I'm probably going to build something similar here because I think a lot of people liked that build. So I'm thinking you might want to be able to use it in the single player world. So if I built it here, you guys would have access to it. So that's what I think I'm going to set up. Something similar. I'm going to try and do it a little different so it's not, an exact repeat of everything I already built. But, pretty similar with regards to that. I tried building this with a couple different things. I tried with warded glass from Thaumcraft, and I tried from a couple other things, and just nothing really stood up to the Wither. So we're going to have to probably start working on that next episode. Like I said, a little different from the way this one worked. But for now, there's a couple other things I want to get to before we wrap up this episode. One thing I'd like to do is get rid of some cows here. Sorry guys, but I need a cow shard. According to my math, I should have almost enough cows in here to get this guy up to tier 5. How are we doing? 10, 11. This ought to do it. Boom. Nice. Tier 5 cow shard. Alright. Now we can set up a automatic cow farming machine as well. Not sure that I'm going to do that this episode either. That's going to be pretty simple to set up. But, like I said, probably not this episode. So I'm going to store this guy in here along with the leather and excess meat that I've got stored. And then I can probably put away my vile sword for now as well. Awesome. So I just wanted you guys to see me getting that up to tier 5, which I'm pretty happy about. Alright, before we wrap up this episode, which is getting pretty close here, I think we should go check on our quarry. I did actually stop the items flowing in for a minute because I wanted to see, how my quarry is doing over here. So if we ran over and took a look, you can kind of see it in the distance. Let's see what's going on. And I love these quantum boots and everything. Makes it so much better to travel. Alright, looking like it's getting pretty deep down there. Do I have my quantum helmet on? I do. Let's go for a jump. What I want to do is see how deep we've gotten. So if I just jump all the way down here, we can check my Y coordinate. You can also see it on Ray's mini-map over there on the right. We're going down pretty deep. Nice. Down, 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 down. Oh boy, we're getting pretty low to the ground here. So I think this quarry is almost spent. Where are we at? Y level 13. Alright, this guy's actually really close to being done. We should be pretty close to the diamond level, so hopefully we'll get a few diamonds out of this guy. Like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to have any other quarries beyond this one. I might want to start working on another income-producing material. A couple builds in mind, different from what I've done in the past, so hopefully those will work out pretty well. I haven't tested them really on a test world yet, but I think that it's going to work out pretty nicely. And then my tree farm over here also kind of stuck at the moment because, yeah, trees grew and there's no sunlight hitting the thing. That's not a bad deal, though. That's all right by me. Do want to swing by and check on this. I should probably, you can see I disconnected my redstone energy cell here. I'd like to set up tesseracts pretty soon. I haven't shown you guys tesseracts yet in the single player series, but those will be coming very soon. And then I believe there's a couple other Thaumcraft things I want to get to pretty soon as well. Especially now that I have access to another star. It's, well, almost have access to another star. I have the withers going. How's the skull thing going on now, by the way? Alright, got another one. Nice. And it looks like all the swords are being voided properly, so that's nice. I was afraid if this redstone wire would interfere with the filter hitting the obsidian, but no, it was good. So yeah, I think this was a pretty successful build. I'm happy with this. Access to the experience right here is nice, as well as, plenty of wither skulls. Awesome. And then finally, as the sun's starting to set, I wanted to swing by and check on my rubber farm. As I expected, the dirt ran out here, so that's why this farm is all set up with sand and everything. However, I think we've got plenty of rubber, at least for now. Let's swing by and take a look in our rubber chest to see what's going on. That's going to be pretty important pretty soon. Because I think the build that I'm going to work on for the wither spawn is going to require not a ton of rubber, but okay, yeah, a ton of rubber. Also going to need a lot of copper. How am I for that? not bad. That's the one thing right now is copper we're a little bit low on. Like, you can probably look in here and say, like, what do you mean you're low on it? You got, like, 6 or 7 stacks. That's actually not that much copper for all these different mods. But that's okay. We will handle that just fine. And with that, guys, I think we're pretty close to the wrapping up point of this episode. Pretty pleased with the progress we made on the wither spawning today. I'm thinking that all those wither skulls and all that stuff is going to help me get a bunch of nether stars. And, or wither, yeah, the star things, yes. These guys, you know what I mean. Nether stars. So we're going to have to use those in a lot of recipes, as I mentioned. For now, I think I'd like to do a little bit of mining off camera. There's lots that I need to go get some resources of. I'd like to try and find myself some more copper. I'm going to steal the mining laser. I might just mine at like a higher tier. I'm also going to try and get myself a few more diamonds. Obviously, I used a lot of diamonds in today's episode, so going to go try and find a few more of those. Make sure the quarry's running as well. You know what, let me go reactivate that guy, because I had him turned off for a bit. And I'll show you guys how to turn on and off your quarry if you want from here. It's real easy. Remember, when you back stuff things, it's gonna, stop everything. So all I do to turn off my quarry is disable the auto filtering of the sorting machines. So there we go. Everything's back on. They'll start emptying the chest, and the quarry will be allowed to start. And oh look, we do have a diamond in here. Nice. So we have hit the diamond level with our quarry. Very cool. Alright guys, so this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 31. Hope you enjoyed it. Next episode, like I said, probably get started working on that Wither battle arena. Similar to what I did in my multiplayer series, but a little different. And then we have a lot more things to build. I want to try and figure out a better way to clear and get some copper. Copper is a little bit of a trick in this season because it only really spawns high level. So if I'm building something like a tunnel bore or something along those lines, I'm going to want it to be at a higher level if I want to get copper, and I want it to be at a lower level if I want to get diamonds. So that's going to require a bit of ingenuity on my part. So for now, I'm going to try and figure out a good way to do that. What's up, Slimer dude? Hooray, slimes. Alright guys, Direwolf20 signing off. We'll figure out how to make that copper thing work out. Alright, take it easy.